not say I really encountered it, but I think making friends is also a big one. I would not say I'm very good at it, um, but I would also not say that I struggled with it. So for me, I always had a few friends at least, and they were really people I cared about. So even though I am not in touch with a lot of my earlier friends, they still come into my mind from day to day or like week to week, and I'll think about them or I see them on Instagram and I'm like, they kind of look like they have a nice life. Maybe I should maintain a relationship. And that's, I think, the most important one for friends. Like, you can have a good connection with somebody or a good conversation with somebody or do something fun with that person, but if you do not maintain it, if you do not ask for how their day is or how they're doing, the friendship or the relationship is gonna die out. Like, it's constant work, and if one person does all the work, then it's bound to fail. I'm not gonna name specifics, but I know a lot of people that have been giving a lot of their attention and time towards friends, and I always say to them, like, if it's really a friend, they should also like listen and give you time and be ready for you when you are. And I think that is something that a lot of people struggle with, because I'm pretty strong or pretty confident in myself that I don't really care if everybody would not be my friend anymore. Like, obviously it would suck, but I think I can look behind it if I really am a douche guy or something happened that's really turned off all the people in my life. I would not be that sad, I think. It would be more of a reflection thing, like, what did I do wrong to make those people drop me or not be in touch with me anymore? And if you come to the conclusion it's only you, then obviously you should change. But if you don't come to any conclusion, like 99% it will be the other person not giving you the things you were expecting from them. And that's okay. Like, friends, you can have expectations for them. If you expect your friend to be there when your mom dies, it's not something bad to expect. Like, they should be there for you. And if something happens, they should be always ready for you to help you. So in that sense, I think I was starting with making friends, but now maintaining friends. So maybe I'll go a step back. Making friends, I'm definitely not a good one in that. I have very difficulties or insecurities, whatever. Um, Actually, is there a difference? Difficulties or insecurities? I think difficulties can become insecurities, but in my case, for example, I kind of accepted that I'm not this most social guy. Not gonna be this kind of social, how do you say it? Amazing guy that talks to everybody in the bar and meets new people every night. Like, I generally don't meet new people in my life. Um, that's why I'm also like giving time and energy to the ones that deserve it for me. Like, I want to stay their friends, and if if I'm not putting in the time, it's because I also feel like it's not going where I wanted to go. That's just how it is. Like, it's not bad that people get out of touch, or it's not that I regret it that much, that I'm like, oh, I should have kept touch with my best friend from middle school, because that would be so amazing right now. Like, doesn't really matter that much. In the end of the day, you're gonna find new people and other people that are more that fit better, and you just have to accept and take responsibility with the people you want in your life. If you're like, this person doesn't give me anything and he's always asking and he's always complaining about their stuff, like, why should you care? Like, they they are not giving anything in return that you also value, and sometimes you want to talk to them and be like, hey, I have this problem, Can you help me with it? And they will not help you, and then you're like, oh, okay, I had nothing gained from it. I have nothing. I just gave them some time for their problems to be vented, but if I want to vent, there's nobody there for me. So making friends, I'm just kind of dodging the question, I guess. So making friends, I would start by assessing the situation that you could feel comfortable. So I would never go to a club and be like to new people, hey, what's going on? How are you feeling today? Do you like this music? Whatever. Way too forced for me. So how I identify the situations, for example, in a bar or in a festival, I'm a smoker, so I know obviously when I'm outside smoking and somebody comes next to me, it's way more easier to start conversation. It's way more when you're both doing the same thing or you're both in the same kind of vibe. You see it, you know. You're like, okay, this guy or this girl is kind of smoking also, and is just vibing with the music myself. So then it's your opportunity to actually start conversation and yeah, get going with that person. I'm definitely not one that goes to girls. Most of my female relationships have been through Tinder, and I'm not really ashamed about that. I just realize that I'm not that socially connected to situations where I meet new people that are not in my regular circle, I would say. Like, I want interesting conversations and different opinions in my life. And if I search in the same circle that I'm already friends with or that I already know about their ideas, then it becomes less interesting for me as a potential partner. Like, I already know how they are. I saw their I saw how they are as a friend, and for me it's very different a friend or being in love or in a relationship with somebody. So I would not recommend that for me. Like, or yeah, why do I say recommend? Um, I would not do it myself, but anyways. So the setting is very important for me. Good setting. Find your moments. Like, you don't have to force anything. If you're at the bar and the music is way too loud, yeah, fuck that. You don't have to um, put yourself in there and go out and talk to these girls. Just just be who you are, like. And if you find the opportunity to talk to somebody, take it. Like, I think the two most important things here are feeling comfortable in the setting, so and not forcing anything. Take a leap, but not force anything. If a person is not interested, it's not the end of the world. Like, I'm sure that a lot of people are not interested in what I'm saying right now, but I don't really care. Like, I'm doing this for me, I'm improving myself, and so should you be handling these situations. Just go in live and whatever you do, you cannot fail if you don't care about what the other thinks about it, you know? Like, it's a bit weird to say, but at the end of the day, you're doing this only for you. Who's gonna find you a girl or a new friend? Like, it's only gonna be you, and if you fail at it, then you can only improve. That's just how it is. Like, I probably failed a lot of times that I don't even remember anymore. So that's how much it tells you. Like, it doesn't really care in the hindsight. If you don't take your shot, you're never gonna make it. And yeah, I like cliches today. I think I'm gonna stick with a lot of cliche stuff. um, so once you made actually, or once you actually talked with a person and you're like, this person is kind of interesting, don't hesitate to say that. Like, people love compliments. People like to be seen, heard, respected. Say to them like, hey, you have a kind of interesting mind, or that's an interesting topic that you're talking about. I would never thought about it that way. Just say something that makes them feel like you actually heard or saw them. You can say they're beautiful, but like, these are more easy conversations that or easy compliments that don't mean too much shit, to be honest. Like, even the most pretty girl, like I said, or the prettiest boy, still has insecurities about their physical appearance. So it's not about really saying how they are in general. It's about highlighting one interesting aspect about them that you really like, and you're like, ah, the way you walk is really interesting. Like, you set one foot and then you set another foot before, and you can say whatever you want, but just mean it. Like, say something that's actually interesting for you. For me, it would be probably some unconscious behavior that somebody does. Like, hey, why do you do that? It's kind of funny that you react that way if I say that, or if you look away when I look you in the eyes. Oh, that's probably. But I handled that one later. It's a good one. I was very insecure about looking in the eyes, and it's kind of funny actually. Oh, I was also a crybaby. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm finding all my insecurities. Now I have to make the order right. So I guess making friends or finding girlfriend, whatever fits your narrative. Be genuine and say things you like. Like, you don't have to feel embarrassed to say, I like the way your hair is pinned down or whatever, like in this way. It's not weird to say something like that. It's just they're probably not used to hearing that, and that's what makes it more honest or genuine, I would say. Because it's not something like, hey, you have nice eyes. They could also have nice eyes, but it doesn't really matter. Like, they already know that their eyes look blue. Whatever. Just say something they haven't realized yet. That's what people like, I think. So for maintaining friends, I think I still have insecurities about that, to be honest. I'm constantly in a struggle between trying to not be the rude myself and actually being the rude myself. Like, I want to do good for my friends, but on the other hand, I also just want to say fuck it to them. You know, like, sometimes they're like, oh, why are you leaving, or why are you not coming tonight? And I'm like, yeah, I just need some time for myself, or I want to game, or I have something else planned with somebody else. And they shouldn't really, like, in my opinion, they shouldn't really question that much. Like, they can push back a bit, but if you're like, no, I don't want to go anymore, or I don't want to do this, they should just accept it. Like, you cannot force people, like today, I cannot force people to come on the podcast. It's something I want to do, and I shouldn't feel guilt, or they shouldn't feel guilt or feel obliged to come talk with me. Like, if you don't want to talk with me, it's fine. Like, let's just, I will just sit here and 2 hours do it all myself. And I was kind of bummed out, I'm not gonna lie, in the midday that nobody wanted to join. But now it's actually kind of interesting because it opened up a new challenge for me. Can I talk to myself for 2 hours and not sound crazy? You know? Kind of weird things in life. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I think one important thing I want to note about making friends, make sure that you respect your own time about that. Like, you can do a lot of things for friends, and maybe 70% of the time they would not do the same things for you in the similar situation. So just think about what are you willing to give and what are they willing to give, and make there a balance between it. Okay, I'm giving you this much of time, or this much of my money, or this much of whatever. I can expect this to in return. And if they can't provide it, you can tell them about it. Like, hey, I feel like we should have hang out more, or I feel like you've been ignoring me. And it will be very clear. Like, if they realize they're actually doing that, they will say, oh, okay, fuck, I'm sorry. I did not know, or I was not aware, or I was too busy, and they will actually make it up with you. They will try their best to feel you appreciated again, to make you feel appreciated again. And I think that's one of the better friends. Like, I'm not gonna go in specifics, but some people come and go in my life, and sometimes I talk more with them and sometimes less. But even though that you're maybe not the best friends or the ones that really are gonna stick together till the end, you just appreciate each other. And every time you need them, or they need you, you're gonna be there for them. And that's just what it's about. You don't have to expect too much about them, but it's only healthy to expect certain things, I think. Otherwise, you're just rowing the boat of somebody else's life. Like, you should always be the main character in your own life. That's obviously, it's going back to what I said first. Nobody's gonna give too much fucks about you. Just how it is. Like, you should just take your life in your own hands, and if anything or something is not as you want it to be, change it. Like, don't blame somebody else. Don't be like, ah, they should have hanged with me because I did this for them last week. And I definitely had, yeah, it's another one. I definitely had my own troubles with that. But I'll come to that later.